So, it's the Halloween special. I got a shark out. Look at little fins. Oh, look at this shit. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Fucking shark. Welcome back to Power Rankings. Welcome to the fantasy football schedule. And welcome to everything. Let me get set up for this. Whoa. That's better. This is very hot when I put the whole thing on. Welcome to the Fantasy Football Halloween Special. It's a little bit wonky. My computer got a little reset, so it looks a little wonky. Nick's going to make it look good, though. And we have our beautiful Power Rankings boards here. I didn't put anything special on here for this week. That will come in Thanksgiving, because the Thanksgiving special is going to be awesome. But, of course, where's the marker? Hold on one second. Okay. We have our fantasy football power rankings for the week. We got Megan, JJ, Jack, Lionel, Lance, Joey, George, Nick, Esmeralda, and Sam. This week was certainly a week. We're going to recap all the games. I'm going to start doing it, but let's get underway in week 8. The first matchup, me versus Esmeralda. I absolutely uncorked belt to ass Esmeralda. Yeah, she was missing Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jared Goff, her starting kicker, and Quran Williams. I'm not going to lie, the Quran, the actual religion the Quran is based around, would need to be what you prayed to save me from beating your ass, Esmeralda. I'm sorry, it wasn't personal. Then we have JJ beating Lionel and effectively becoming our new number 2. That's why you're not on the top of him, Jack. I know you're already bitching, I don't care. JJ had a good game, good solid overall effort. His team started around into form with Daniel Jones being a good starting quarterback. Yeah, this is a weird year, all things considered. Lance, in the effervescent bowl of people who annoy me, the people who annoy me bowl, it's Lance versus Nick, and this bowl was hilarious. Now, we're going to come back to it. Lance beat Nick, just to be clear, but we're going to come back to that, don't worry. Then we have Megan beating Sam, though, let's be honest, everybody within a 10-mile radius of him and everybody in this league has done that this year. And, of course, George loses to Jack, who's having a nice second-half bounce back. Though Bijan Robinson kind of shit it, and honestly, Saquon Barkley got a good week, Jack. All I'm saying is, I'll put the trade in. If you want to switch them, now's the time. You know, Saquon Barkley for Bijan Robinson. You know what? You don't get that fucking trade anymore. You want to waste my fucking time, waste your fucking time? Fuck you. You know what? Asshole. All right, let's get into the most interesting matchup of the week by far. It was Lance, it was Nick. Going into Monday night, Nick had Travis Kelce and I don't know how to say his name. Ja'Cory Krosky-Barrett. Sorry, it's a long name. And he just needed what was it, 20 points or something? Beginning of the first half, Travis Kelce catches this touchdown.
And they play this ball possession with these receivers. 2nd and 6. Mahomes, end zone, caught by Kelce. Touchdown!
And then, Nick is down by only .16. Neither of the players Nick had touched the ball the rest of the night, and Nick lost by .16 in one of the most humiliating ways to lose I think I've seen for him in a long time. See, we have a history of humiliating losses to Lance. Lance has a lucky horseshoe up his ass that I can't believe. I'm telling you. For instance, there was a game a few years ago where Tom Brady was my only player. I needed 5 points to beat him. Well, that's not 5. 5 points to beat him. And Brady threw 3 picks and shit the bed against the Saints defense. And this is kind of similar to that vein of Lance randomly getting very lucky, stupid wins. Of course, it kind of flipped a couple years ago when I had Garrett Wilson catch that last-minute touchdown and I won on week 1. But, yeah, man, Lance is getting kind of lucky, and that's kind of insane to think about. But this week's matchup of the week is actually going to be a 2-for-1 special. We have Lance versus Megan and JJ versus Joey. This is a massive, massive week. Now, playoff-wise, I don't know if anybody is securing a playoff berth in the next couple weeks. I think Megan is close. I think Jack and JJ and Lionel are also close, but they need at least 2 or 3 more wins at least. So, no playoff berths are up for grabs. But Megan has been having an absolutely unheard of dominant stretch of football in the existence of this league, and she's going up against Lance, who is going to be like Mecca Buka, the Browns defense and special teams, and Baker Mayfield. Lance, you might be fucked. I'm looking at your bench, and it's looking kind of dog shit. You might be cooked. But you do have Josh Jacobs and Justin Jefferson, so crazier things have happened. Megan has benefited from the fact that Jamar Chase has had a Joe throwing to him again, because like I said, Joes are perfect human beings. As example, pour moi. But I think the idea of this game being one of the only games of the week is tough because Lance is also suffering what Esmeralda did last week, which was her bye week, and her entire fucking team was out. So the other game of the week is me versus JJ. Now, I'm also suffering through my team having a bye week because, in case you're wondering, Jalen Hurts, Breece Hall, Garrett Wilson, and Saquon Barkley are all on bye weeks. Now, Garrett Wilson is hurt, to be fair, but still, it sucks that he's not there, and I don't have a starting quarterback that I'm going to trust. I mean, Jordan Love is going up against Carolina, so, hopefully he does well, but I don't know. JJ's also starting Daniel Jones against Pittsburgh, and Pittsburgh made everybody look good, so... Yeah, it might be a problem, all things considered. He does have Jesse Bates coming back. He's got Wan'Dale Robinson, who's been a nice pickup, all things considered. He's stepped up nicely. T. Higgins, who's continued to be decent, though, I mean, he's had, kind of a weird few weeks. He only caught one pass last week. That's kind of crazy. He's probably going to catch, 50 now that I'm saying it out loud. And, of course, he has Jahmyr Gibbs, my Jahmyr Gibbs, my goddamn Jahmyr Gibbs. I'm also hoping Brock Bowers decides to come back and, play football, but I don't know, man. I don't know if that fucker's healthy. Let's see. Put you back in the field after the team's bye. Plays week 4, injured Bruce Bowen. Yeah. Fuck. So yeah, this has been quite a fascinating week of fantasy football, but don't think we're forgetting the most important part of our weekly duties as co-commissioner / runner of the power rankings. It's time for our FanDuel parlay of the week. It's not sponsored by FanDuel. I think I legally have to say that because I don't know if they're going to get me in trouble or not. But the point is we are doing our FanDuel parlay of the week. Oh my god. I got a headache. Fucking weather. Alright. So, what are we going to make our parlay of the week this week? Do I go with the matchups? Do I go off the board? Well, we're going to start with one that's a little off the board a little bit that I like picking. The first one I'm going to be picking is I'm going to be picking the Denver Broncos to win the game in Houston. I don't know why they're not favored in that game. I could not tell you. But they are going to win that game, I feel like. However, I am also going to pick, because Lord fucking knows I need him to, I'm going to pick... Where's the touchdowns? Oh, that's right. They don't have touchdowns yet. That's kind of crazy. That's weird. Never mind. We're going to go then to Chicago versus Cincinnati. I'm going to go ahead and pick Chicago to win this game as well, because why the fuck not? I feel like that's a good money line to pick there. And then we're going to go all the way to the New York Giants facing off against... Wait, where are the New York Giants? There it is. New York Giants, San Francisco 49ers. I am going to be picking the New York Giants to beat the San Francisco 49ers, because why the hell not? And, of course, because I can. Close that. I don't need that. Did they not do touchdowns yet? Okay. Well, I'm going to bet the parlay when I can, but the parlay would be I'm going to bet Tyrone Tracy anytime touchdown scorer, and I also wanted to do Nico Collins anytime touchdown scorer, but I can't. But that will be my parlay I set this weekend when it becomes available. They're all Sunday night games. I will also be doing, since I can't bet this, I will be doing a 2-leg one for the Thursday night games, since all that stuff is going to be there. We'll do all Thursday night. We're going to pick the Ravens money line, because God help us if we lose to Tua Tagovailoa in the year of our Lord 2025. Anytime touchdown score, I feel like it's pretty unanimous that Lamar Jackson is going to be getting the end zone at some point in this game. And I'm going to go ahead and say Zay Flowers will be in the end zone at some point as well. And then, of course, we're going to go for a receiving yard line. Actually, you know what? No, we're going to go for the spread. Now, God is my witness. I can't tell you what the spread means. I think the spread basically just means that if the final score is within this amount, if you bet the under, it's within the amount. If you bet the over, it's over the amount. So basically, let's say it's 7.5. I'm going to go bet the over on the spread, because there is no fucking chance if we win by less than a touchdown, somebody's got to be fired. Zach Gore preferably, but somebody's got to be fired. But that is going to be the parlay that I will be putting a bet on. I'm going to put the money in right there. Done. Take a picture of it so that Nick can post it for the boys. He can post it on screen, which you're probably seeing it right now. And yeah. Nick, while I'm doing this, do you want to tell everybody how last week's bet went for you? Do you want to post a video on screen? Yeah, didn't go well at all. So there's that. I can tell you right now that that was a bad parlay. That parlay will be the Thursday night parlay, the regular parlay that I put up on screen. We will put up on screen when we get a chance. I think that there is going to be a lot of fun. I have a lot of fun with that. Obviously, gambling addiction is fun. If you have a problem, you're a bitch. Then we have, of course, our past players down here. Everybody is fully updated and memorized. And we have another lovely week of fantasy football is upon us. The trade deadline is approaching. Nick, once again, put it up on screen. Get your trades and your potentials of what you want and who you want and where you want to send them and what you want. Send them in the chat. Send something. Do something. Make something happen. Please, God, do something. Because every fucking week I ask and I beg of you all to just actually fucking do and send me stuff to put in this, and nobody fucking does. Also, by the way, I'm doing this very short-handed today because I sliced my fingers open carving pumpkins. No stitches, but that fucking hurt. Does anybody want to see it? No? Nobody wants to see that. So you won't see it. The small one's almost healed. The big one is going to take a little bit. So, yeah. I'm going to go ahead and put my flippers on and my hat over my head, and we're going to say a hearty farewell. Be safe this Halloween. Be safe. Have a good time. Fuck me, man. God damn it, this hood is kind of small. Whatever. Be safe this Halloween. Be safe. Do fun things. Share your costumes in the chat. I love dropping my hat. I don't like dropping my hat. And then, of course, it's so hard to hold things. And, of course, have a good week of fantasy football. Unless you're Jack and George. Go fuck yourselves. Bye-bye, guys.
Play ball just based on his speed.
2 hits in the game for Kurt. Tying run on third in Vladdy. Winning run on first in Barger.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. Kirk bounces one up the middle.